Thanks for joining us for a 60-minute yoga fit class. So yoga with weights. Weights are optional. We'll do a little bit of cardio work along the way. We'll do a nice slow warm up to get our bodies working, some sun salutations, and we'll add in the weights, do some reps, some different sets, and then a nice slow cool down. So we're gonna start an extended child's pose. Go ahead and come on to the shins, bring the knees wide, toes to touch, and walk the hands forward, rest the forehead down onto the mat, and start to connect to your breath. So a nice deep inhale through the nose, fill all the way up, let the belly fall between the legs, and exhale through the mouth. Complete your exhale, contract your core, draw your belly button back toward your spine, push out all the extra air, and then inhale through the nose, and we'll start to find our Ujjayi breath. So inhaling and exhaling through the nose, gently constricting the back of the throat, making the breath audible. And we'll take 5 more breaths here in extended child's pose. Inhale. Nice, long, slow, smooth exhale. And then start to walk your hands off to the right, reaching through left fingertips, pressing back through left hip, releasing forehead back toward the floor. Big stretch in your left side, stretching through your ribs all the way down to your hip. And walk the hands back through center and off to the left. Reach through right fingertips, press back through right hip, release the forehead down onto the floor. Nice big breath here. Inhale. Exhale. Walk the hands back through center. Keep that right arm extended and just simply slide your left arm underneath your right. Come onto your left shoulder and left ear, stretching through the back side of your left shoulder. A little twist here. Extend your left arm long, slide that right arm underneath the left, come onto right shoulder and left and right ear. Walk that right arm forward. Press back one more time, extend through the fingertips all the way back through the hips, and come up into tabletop position and just kind of move around here. Let those hips sway side to side. And then we'll come into a neutral tabletop position with the shoulders over the wrists, the hips over the knees, gazing at the floor. Let's take 3 rounds of cat-cow. So releasing the belly as we inhale, lifting through crown of head and tailbone. And as we exhale, we're gonna round. Draw that tailbone down, reach up through the upper back, lift and separate the shoulder blades. 2 more with the pace of your own breath. So take the entire length of the inhale and the entire length of the exhale to complete the movements. And we'll take 1 more round, 1 more of each cat and cow. After you complete this exhale, return to a neutral tabletop position and start to walk your hands to the right. Bump your hips to the left and look back at your right toes. We won't hold this, we're just gonna walk through it. Walk back through center, walk your hands to the left, bump your hips to the right, look back towards your left toes, big stretch in your side, come back towards center. And then we're gonna move right into spinal balance. So extending that right arm forward, the left leg back, hold here. Draw the belly button back toward the spine, reach from fingertips all the way back through the ball of the foot. So find a little floint, a flex point combo, so you can press through the ball of the foot. And then go ahead and bring that right arm to the right and the left leg to the left. And hold here. See if you can get that left leg a little bit higher. Really getting into the glute here. And come back to tabletop position and release to spinal balance and release to tabletop. And then we'll switch sides, so the left arm forward, right leg back. Again, find a floint in your right foot, kind of a flex point combo. And then 1 long line of energy from your fingertips all the way back through the ball of your foot. And let's start to extend the left arm to the left, right leg to the right, and hold here. See if you can get that right leg a little bit higher, getting into the glute here. And we'll return to spinal balance first, extend, and release back to tabletop position. Go ahead and tuck all 10 toes under, lift the hips high up and back, and come into downward facing dog. First downward facing dog of the day, presumably, and go ahead and start to find movement, pedaling through the feet, swaying the hips side to side. Let the head be nice and heavy, no tension in the neck. Spread the fingers wide on the mat. And watching the heels disappear behind the toes. Relax the face and the jaw and the forehead. Couple more breaths here in downward facing dog. You can find a static downward facing dog if you want. Good, now walk your feet about a couple inches forward, and then start to reach your left hand toward your right ankle. Get a grip here, and then pull the left elbow to the left and look out underneath the right arm. And we'll switch sides. Left hand comes to the mat, right hand comes to left ankle, shin, or calf, and start to pull the right elbow to the right and look to the left. And return the right hand to the mat, step back into a long downward facing dog. And on your next inhale, take the right leg high, open the hip, bend the leg, circle the ankle in both directions. And then go ahead and square off that hip, straighten the leg. Exhale, bring knee to nose. Round the upper back. See if you can make contact. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, round, knee to nose. And last time, inhale, three-legged dog, reach it up, knee to nose, round through upper back, and set that right foot down the front of the mat. Release the left knee down onto the mat. Lift both arms up overhead. Connect the palms of the hands. Release the index fingers, arrow mudra. And then we'll take a little side bend to the right here. Come back through center. And then we'll take a side bend to the left. Come back through center, little back bend here, start to lift through the chest, maybe chin comes off the chest, and then release the hands down onto the mat. Straighten out through the right leg for half splits pose, forward fold over the right leg, stretching through the right hamstring. You can play with the flex and the point of your right foot. And then come back to low lunge. Step back plank pose. Hold here for 3, 2, 1. Come to downward facing dog. And then get your balance, and we're gonna lift the left leg up and lift the right arm up off the floor. Hold here for 3, 2, 1, and release. Switch it out. Hold the left arm up and the right leg up off the floor and hold for 3, 2, 1, and release. Lift the left leg up and open the hip, bend the leg, circle the ankle in both directions. And extend that left leg long. Square off the hips, knee to nose. 2 more. Extend and lengthen, knee to nose. Last one. Extend and lengthen, knee to nose. Step it through. Release that right leg to the floor. Inhale, both arms up overhead. Arrow mudra. Side bend to the right. Stretch through your left side. Come back through center. Side bend to the left, stretching through your right side. Come back through center. Lift the chest, lift the chin, little back bend here, and release. Hands to the floor, half splits pose. Extend through the left leg, forward fold over the left leg. You can play with the flex and the point of the left foot. and come back to low lunge. Step back plank pose, hold in plank, and this time extend that right arm forward, so a little more in your core here. An option, if you can, lift that left leg off the floor for 3 and 2 and 1. Switch it out, left arm forward. Maybe that right leg lifts off the floor for 3 and 2 and 1. Lower all the way down onto the belly. On the inhale, Cobra pose. Lift, hold here for 3, 2, 1. Lower down. And then slide your hands back in line with your ribs and lift all the way up into a high cobra. And from here, let the hips sink toward the floor, stretching through your core, and look to the right, stretching through the left side of your neck. Come back through center. Look to the left, stretching through the right side of your neck. Come back through center, lower all the way down. Tuck the toes under. Tabletop or plank, inhale. Downward facing dog, exhale. Look toward the front of the mat and step or float to the front. Forward fold on the exhale. Take your weights into your hands, bring your weights to heart center. Sink low into your hips, come into Utkatasana with hands at heart center. Make sure the knees are in line with the ankles and the ankles are disappearing behind the toes. Weight comes back in the heels. Good, on the inhale, extend the arms up. Good, now your weights are gonna come through your shoulders and we're gonna press them back. Squeeze your triceps. Good, hold here in little pulses for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Through your heart, through your shoulders, extend. Good, and all the way back, airplane arms. This time lift your heels and hold here. 2 more breaths. Last inhale and exhale, release your heels, hands to your heart, hold here, burning quads, and twist to the right. Without hooking the elbow, just look to the right. Come back through center, twist to the left without hooking the elbow, look to the left. Come back towards center, extend your arms back behind you one more time. Hold here for 3, 2, 1. Forward fold. Wiggle out your legs, shake out your hips. And halfway lift without your weights. Monkey pose, shoulders away from ears, extend through the crown of the head. One more inhale, nice flat back, long spine, and exhale, forward fold. Plant your hands, step back plank pose, and first chaturanga, lower halfway, optional of course. You can come all the way down onto your belly if you'd rather. Upward facing dog on the inhale, downward facing dog on the exhale. 2 breaths. One more full breath. Look forward to the front of the mat, step or float forward, inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Without your weights, inhale, tall mountain. Just gonna do 3 sun salutations, exhale, forward fold. We'll do them at a pretty fast pace. Inhale, monkey. Exhale, chaturanga, step or float back. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog, 1 breath. Look forward, step or float. Inhale, forward fold, exhale. Tall mountain, inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, monkey. And exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale, last round. Inhale, step or float. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, tall mountain. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, monkey. Exhale, chaturanga. Upward facing dog, inhale. Downward facing dog, exhale. Inhale the right leg high. Exhale, right foot to the outside of right hand. Move your weight out of the way if you need to. Okay, extend that chest forward, nice long line. Beautiful. All right, so jump lunge switches. Get a little bit of a hop and switch left leg. We're just gonna hold for this first one, little stretch. So extend your chest forward, reach through the crown of the head. Good, and 5 on each side. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, both sides. Step back plank, lower chaturanga. Upward facing dog on the inhale. Downward facing dog on the exhale. Big breath here. Inhale that right leg high. Exhale, right knee, right elbow. Squeeze. 3-legged dog inhale. Knee to nose. Straight through the middle. Inhale, 3-legged dog. Exhale, right knee, left elbow. Plant that foot on the floor. Left heel to the floor. Lift the left arm up. Hold here. Good. Lift your right foot, touch hand to toe for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's really hard. Left hand to the floor. Step back plank, lower chaturanga. Upward facing dog, inhale. Downward facing dog, exhale. Same leg, right leg high. Low lunge, step through. Take a hold of your weights. Rise up, crescent lunge. Bring your arms to 90 degrees, palms face out. Chest press, knee dip for 10, 9, 8. And this is 3, 2, 1. Hands to your heart, hinge forward. Extend the arms back behind you, palms face up, and pulse. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold it up on 1. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands to your heart. Step forward. Come into chair pose, sink low. Bicep curls all the way up and down for 10, 9, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Forward fold, release your weights. Wiggle out your hips and legs. Halfway lift, inhale. Chaturanga, exhale. Step or float back. And upward facing dog, stretch it out. Downward facing dog, 3 breaths. Last, inhale. Exhale. Left leg lifts, inhale. Left knee, left elbow. Squeeze it in and extend. Knee to nose, right through the center. And extend. Left knee, right elbow. Set it down. Right heel to the floor. Lift that right arm up for fallen triangle pose. Hold here. Squeeze your obliques. Press your hips up toward the sky. Good. Left toes toward right hand and tap. Ooh, this side's harder. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Plank. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Same leg. Left leg lifts, inhale. Step through low lunge, exhale. Rise up with your weights, crescent lunge, inhale. Bring your weights to 90 degrees, palms face out. Good, keep your back heel lifted off the floor if you can. Chest press, knee dip for 10, 9, 8, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands to your heart, hinge forward. Extend your arms back. Good, and pulse. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it up on 1 for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands to your heart. Step forward, chair. Good, tap your weights to the floor. Press it up for 10, 9, pretty quick pace here, 8, 7, 6, 2, last one, and release your weights and go ahead and hang forward fold. Wiggle out your legs, wiggle out your hips. Good, halfway lift, inhale, chaturanga, exhale. Upward facing dog, inhale. And downward facing dog, exhale. Hold here for another 2 breaths. On the next inhale, right leg high, step through. We're moving toward one more set of cardio and then we'll take a little break. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, full airplane. Lift that leg off the floor. Hold your hands, palms face up, right alongside the body. Step lightly back, airplane lunge. Hands through your heart. Inhale, crescent. Hands through your heart, open up. Warrior 2, hold here. Little circles to the front. 10, 9, 8, 7. Switch directions for 10. 3, 2, 1. Hands to your heart. 5-pointed star. Lift it up and cross your wrists, sink down. Right hand in front, lift it up, 5-pointed star. Left hand in front and lift. Right, lift, left. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands to your heart. Heels behind your toes, forward fold. Release your weights, hold here, stretching through the hamstrings. Engage your quads. Let the head hang heavy, no tension in the neck. If you feel that your shoulders are hunching up, draw them down the back. Hold here for another 2 breaths. And halfway lift, just take your weights in your hands, bring them back toward the front of your mat. Low lunge, inhale, step back plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Upward facing dog, inhale, and back to downward facing dog, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, left leg lifts, last side, we'll take a break after this. Step through, low lunge, weights to your hands, rise up, crescent lunge, inhale. Weights through your shoulders, airplane. Palms face up, arms are nice and long. Hold here for 3, 2, 1. Lightly step back, airplane lunge. Inhale, crescent lunge. Extend up, hands to your heart. Open up, warrior 2. Stay low in that front leg. Weights are feeling heavy. Elbows in, palms face up. Server rows. Extend. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring both weights up overhead. 10 more. Hold that leg and tricep kickbacks for 10, 9, And this is 3 and 2, 1. Weights through your heart, 5-pointed star. And weights through your heart, heels behind toes. Release your weights to the floor, rise back up, bring your legs together, and let's do jumping jacks for 30 seconds. You're on the clock now. And 5-pointed star. Forward fold, heels behind your toes. Hold here for 3 more breaths. Last full inhale. Exhale. Take your weights in your hands. Travel them to the front of your mat. Step back plank, lower chaturanga, upward facing dog, inhale, and downward facing dog, exhale, 1 breath. And release, excellent. Nice and warmed up. There's a big rock under my mat. Grab a drink, I'm like, ouch. Let's do some core work, your big break for class. At least you get to be on your back. Just move your weights out of the way. Come down onto the back. All right, hug the knees into the chest. Extend your, sorry for my cough. Extend your arms to the side, palms face down. Sorry guys, and to the right. Hold here, knees hover for 3, 2, 1. Back to center. To the left, knees hover for 3, 2, 1. Come back through center. Option to extend the legs up toward the sky with straight legs. We're gonna go to the right. Through center, just bring those feet to hover. And to the left. And 5 more on your own to each side. And this is 2, 2. You might be keeping a different pace, that's totally fine. Just finish up, 1 on each side. Hug it in when you're done. Couple breaths. All right, Supta Baddha Konasana, legs, bring the soles of the feet together. You have the option of keeping your feet lifted or resting them on the floor. Lift your fingertips toward the front of your mat. Hold here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and pulse for 10, 9, 8, 7. Good, hug your knees in. Okay, so this is kind of like a low boat variation. So you get to keep your tailbone, your back on the floor. Extend your legs long to hover. And then extend your arms up overhead so they're hovering over the mat. Now just start to flutter legs and arms. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now roll to the right. Keep your legs and arms lifted and flutter for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Roll back to your back. All right, well, that's not super graceful on the AstroTurf here. Hug your knees into your chest. One more breath here. Roll up, come through, forearm plank. Forearms are parallel to one another. Middle finger points toward the front of the mat. Step back. Nice, strong core here. Hips aren't sagging or lifting. And hip dips, right, left. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to center. Lift your right foot off the floor for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch it out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Sphinx. Lower your hips, lift your chest, lift through the crown of the head, and shoulders to ears. Relax chin to chest, roll the head side to side. One more each side. Lift it up, Sphinx pose, press it back, child's pose, stretch it out, hips to heels, extend those arms long. Couple of recovery breaths here. And press it up, downward facing dog. Slow and steady your breath. And take that right leg high. Right knee, left elbow across the body, three-legged dog. Right to the center, knee to nose. And right leg high, right knee, right elbow, and set the foot down. Another wide-legged low lunge. Walk your hands to the left. Option to take the knee to the floor if you'd like. Wide-armed push-ups, lower the chest to the floor for 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Walk your hands back and your feet back to center so you're in low lunge. Take the weights in your hands, rise up crescent lunge. All the way through to airplane pose. Release the weights down toward the floor. Elbows straight up, pull it up for 10, 9, 5, 4. If you can't stay balanced, just tap that toe to the floor. And 2, 1. Standing staff pose. Left leg lifts, arms straight up overhead. Got to get my balance here. Good, shoulder press. So just bring it down, press it up. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands to your heart, tree pose. Take that foot to your calf or inner thigh. You can help your foot up there if you need to. And then just bring your weights to your heart. You can hold here, or you can extend your arms up overhead. Your choice. Just focus on your balance here. Grounding down through your foot. Settling your breath. 2 more breaths. Last inhale, exhale, and then just step back into low lunge. Release your weights to the floor, step back plank, and lower chaturanga. Upward facing dog, inhale, downward facing dog, exhale, inhale, exhale, Inhale, left leg high across the body. Left knee, right elbow. Left leg high, inhale. Knee to nose, right through center, round your upper back. Left leg high, left knee, left elbow, step it through. Walk your hands to the right. Option to take your knee to the floor. Wide arm push-ups for 10, 9, 8, 4, 3, 2, 1. Walk your hands and foot back to center, low lunge. Take the weights into your hands. Rise up, crescent lunge. Just to transition here, weights come through your shoulders all the way to airplane pose. Lower your weights to the floor. Fly. Arms come wide and lift and lower for 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands to your heart. Standing staff. Extend that leg out in front. 90-degree angle. Bring your elbows into your waist and bring your arms wide. And lift and lower. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands to your heart. Step back, low lunge. Release the weights to the floor. Step back plank, lower chaturanga. Upward facing dog, inhale. Downward facing dog, exhale. Walk your feet toward the front of your mat. Forward fold. Rise up, tall mountain. And release, hands to the side. Okay, we're gonna take another set of cardio. We're gonna take 2 sets of standing running, okay? So first one, we're gonna kick the heels toward the hips, all right? So you're on the clock and go. Okay, so 15 seconds this variation. Kick those heels back. And now bring the knees forward and tap the knees with your hands. And slow it down. Come back, tall mountain, inhale. And forward fold, exhale, hold here. Wiggle out the legs, wiggle out the hips. And halfway lift, monkey, forward fold, exhale, plant the hands, step back plank pose, and lower chaturanga. Upward facing dog, inhale, and downward facing dog, exhale. Lift the heels on your inhale. Bring the knees to hover. On the exhale, come forward, plank. Bring the feet to touch. Roll to the left. Take one weight in your right hand, optional of course, and twist. Reach that hand underneath the waist. Lift, twist. And this is 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release and switch sides. Take that weight into the left hand, extend it up, side plank, and reach, twist, lift. And this is 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Set it down, come down onto the knees. Rest the hips on the heels. Grab a drink. Lots of noises. Take your weights, come down onto your back. Bring your feet to the floor, heels toward your hips. Lower all the way down. Place the weights on your hip creases, your hip flexors. Lift your hips high, hold here. For 3, 2, 1. And lower and lift. Lower and lift. And this is 5, 4, 3, 2, hold it on 1. Mini pulses. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lower. Rest here, hold here. Complete your exhale and lift the hips. Ground into your left foot. You can take it a little more towards center if you'd like. Extend that right leg high. Hold here for 3, 2, 1, and lift and lower for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch it out. Lift that left leg up toward the sky and hold for 3, 2, 1, and lift and lower for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower that left foot. Keep the hips lifted for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lower and rest. All right, for your chest, we don't have a lot of range of motion since we're not on a bench, but lift those arms straight up overhead. Your palms are gonna face one another, and we're gonna bring our arms wide, soft bend the elbows, and just bring those elbows to tap the floor, and lift and lower. Seven, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now connect your weights so you have one grip. Extend your legs long, feet together, and then you're going to take your weights overhead and just tap them to the floor and lift straight up overhead and lower. Keep your core engaged the whole time. Three, 2, 1, and bring your weights onto the floor. Hug your knees into your chest. Great, take a little roll. Come all the way through, cross your ankles. Last set of cardio, 30 seconds of mountain climbers, and you're on the clock now. Bring those knees in, your heart rate back up for the last time. Ten more seconds. Three, 2, 1. Come down onto your knees. Hands and knees, tabletop position. Take a weight, place it in the back of your knee. Get those shoulders right over the wrists. Keep that left foot on the floor and lift that right leg up. Oopsies, flying weight. Okay, for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, to the side. And this is 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and switch it out. Weight to the back of the left leg. Lift and lower the left leg. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, to the side for 10. And this is 2 and 1. Stretch it out, child's pose, hips to heels. And come forward. Okay, our last push, and then we'll stretch. We're gonna take some supported chaturanga or tricep push-ups. So walk your knees back. Keep your knees on the floor. Chest comes forward. Nice, straight torso. Good. Don't let the hips sag. And elbows stay in. Lower and lift. And this is 5, and 4, and 3, and 2, 1. Child's pose. Stretch it out. Walk your hands up, cross over your ankles, come to a seat. Paschimottanasana, ground your sitting bones on the mat. Engage your quads. Both arms up overhead, inhale, and hinge forward, stretching through the hamstrings and low back. Reach the forehead toward the toes. Last breath. And release. Right foot over left leg, stamp the foot to the floor for a twist. Right hand behind right hip, left arm up and over. And hook that left elbow to the outside of the right knee. Twist, look out over the shoulder. Keep the shoulders stacked over the hips. Release. Switch it out, extend that right leg long, left foot up over the right knee, left hand behind, up and over with the right arm. Hook that elbow to the outside of the knee. Keep the shoulders stacked over the hips, look out over the left shoulder. And release. Good, come into butterfly legs and just reach that left arm across the body. Take hold of the back of the left tricep or left elbow, lower the shoulder away from the ear. Hold here for another breath. Switch it out. Right arm across the body, left hand to the back of the left elbow or tricep, lower the right shoulder away from the right ear. And release, and you have option for your forward fold to take hands onto the ankles, or you can take chest expansion and just forward fold. complete your exhale wherever you are. And release. Come all the way up. And feet to the floor. Lower down. Extend your arms. Use your core. Come all the way down onto your back. And once your shoulders reach the floor, just let your feet continue to travel off the mat and separate your knees and feet for happy baby pose. And you can rock side to side and move those legs around, massaging out the spine. Draw the knees into the chest. And anything else you want before Shavasana, go ahead and take that if you want another twist. Otherwise, just extend your legs long. Let your feet fall open. Let your palms face up. Sometimes it can help us to settle by taking a big open mouth exhale. But once you do that, go ahead and release the breath. Start to bring awareness back into your body by wiggling the fingers and the toes. Rolling the wrists and the ankles. Working your arms up overhead for a big stretch. Fingertips to toes. And then when you're ready, roll onto the side. Cradle the head in the arm. Pull the knees into the chest. And just take this last moment here to thank yourself for making your way to your mat today, for connecting to your breath in your body, and set an intention for the rest of your day. When you're ready, slowly make your way all the way up to a seat. And find your sitting bones on the floor. Find your hands at heart center. Nice tall spine. Inhale through the nose, fill all the way up. Hold it at the top. Little extra sip of air, and let it go through the mouth. Today, as you go forward, may you have peace in your thoughts, peace in your words, peace in your heart. Namaste.